What is up there everyone, it's the guy with no gamer tech here, and today I wanted to talk about a safeguard strategy which I found in Black Ops 3. It may be a little bit cheesy, but it's something that I found very effective in this game mode. It's mostly effective when you're on the defending team, and it involves getting the Cerberus. If you can get the Cerberus and use it when you are on defense, it can be a very powerful tool because it is so useful at taking down the robot. You can take it down really quickly. Now you'll have to control it yourself, which means you'll probably want to hide in the back of the map, or just somewhere you know you'll hopefully be safe. And what happens is you actually get quite a bit of score just for destroying the robot. I believe you get 150 score each time you destroy this robot. And you can simply just have your Cerberus sit where the robot is and just wait for it to reboot, because then you can destroy it again. Now, this is a little bit cheesy, and I admit it could be seen as a bit of an exploit, because you do just keep earning score. In this particular game, I was just cycling my kill streaks because I kept destroying this robot over and over again. And actually I found that by the time the enemies eventually got to almost scoring on the overtime round, they actually ran out of time because I was able to hold them back with the Cerberus. It is also really quick at killing enemies, which means any enemies that run up to try and escort the robot, you can take them out very quickly. Now, I found this to be an extremely useful strategy, and it's actually fairly attainable for most players, because the Cerberus isn't a too hard a streak to acquire. However, some less experienced players may struggle to actually get this streak. But I just wanted to highlight this because I personally enjoyed this strategy. It's quite fun, but at the same time I can see it probably was a little bit annoying for the enemy team. But on the flip side, I am actually going to also say how you can counter this, because the best way in my opinion to counter this is EMP grenades. It seems to take 3 EMP grenades to destroy a Cerberus. So if you carry 2 EMP grenades on a class, you can take this thing out very quickly and stop the enemy from abusing this. Now, I personally in this game was using combat focus. I think this is very useful because one thing I found is that you can, if you jump out of controlling the Cerberus, you can switch on your combat focus and go back to taking control of the Cerberus, and you can actually double your score when you're destroying the robot and using the Cerberus, which allows you to loop your streaks a lot quickly. It also allows you to gain a better chance of getting a Cerberus because you can earn more score, and it allows you to get closer to earning the Cerberus. And generally this is just an interesting strategy. I had a lot of fun doing this. It was kind of funny because it was goofy. I admit it did kind of feel like I was abusing the game a little, but at the same time it didn't feel so blatantly overpowered, because the simple fact is if you don't get a Cerberus, you cannot do this strategy. It's kind of a situational one. If you get this streak, you can absolutely dominate in Safeguard, but if you don't, then you're just going to have to find another way to try and win the game. What do you all think? Do you think this is a legitimate strategy, or do you think it's bordering on an exploit in the game? But anyway, this has been the guy with no gamer tag, and I'll see you on another video.